So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and we are now here in Clear Creek State Park. Of course, this is part of my Cook Forest State Park trip here in Western PA. Currently camping just a couple miles over in Cook Forest State Park, which is an absolutely beautiful place. But I am trying to get to every state park here in Pennsylvania, so Clear Creek State Park is just a little ways over. You know, it's a beautiful spot too. I'll show you the creek here in a moment. I think it's the Clarion River actually, and then I'll show you on a map what the plan is, where I'm at and what the plan is. Alright, there's a view down towards the river. And it's kind of cool, there's camping right next to the river there. Everybody's packed pretty close together, but there's other camp spots up along the hill that are a little more remote. We'll be walking back this way, so we'll get a better view of that later. As always, here's our Pennsylvania map, and we are all the way up here. Of course, we are camping here in Cook Forest State Park here in Clarion County, but we're currently over here in Jefferson County here at Clear Creek State Park, so just right next to each other this way. Let me get the other map out, show you what the plan is. Alright, so here is Clear Creek State Park. We're currently parked right around here somewhere. I think we're going to go up what's called either the Truby Trail. I think that's what we'll do. And then it turns into this Tadler Run Trail. Looks like we got a viewpoint there. Another viewpoint, and make our way down this way along the river, Clarion River, the Tobacco Trail, and make our way back. Alright, so our trailhead for the Truby Trail heads up this way. It's looking a bit cloudy. Hope that doesn't mean rain is coming, because I didn't put the rain fly on my tent when I left. But oh well. If it rains, it rains. Anyway, let's just get hiking. Alright, so here's our trailhead right here, the Truby Trail. See, up here are some campsites too. Just kind of up here all alone by himself. Looks like there's another one way down there. So if you want some rather private camping, not a bad spot actually. Keep that in mind. Alright, off we go. And there's a trail just below us too. I believe that's the Clear Creek Trail. Tell you what, I'm not really liking the look of some of these clouds though. We'll try to keep the thought of rain out of our mind. The sun just kind of came out again too. Lots of nice rock formations too. It's a beautiful trail though. Almost looks like it's some kind of old logging road or something going through here. Oh, there goes a chipmunk. And speaking of chipmunks, over where I'm camping back at Cook Forest, there's chipmunks everywhere. And they just come right up to your picnic table. One tried crawling up my leg. They're harmless, but still. It's kind of a shock. Felt something tickling my bottom of my jeans. Like, what's going on? And a chipmunk was trying to get up my leg. So just kind of a gentle uphill climb on this trail, probably because it's an old road. But we'll start looping up around that way. Start closing in on our first viewpoint. Oops, another chipmunk. But anyway, so far I'm liking this trail. It's quite scenic actually, with the ferns and everything. More of those big rock formations off the trail there. And I forget if I mentioned it or not already, this is state park number 94 out of 121. Of course, I'm trying to get to every state park here in Pennsylvania. We're up to 94 now. We got Trail Junction, the Sawmill Trail short loop, so I guess we could shorten this hike, but we're going this way. Another trail junction. Looks like the Sawmill Trail goes down that way, but here's our Tadler Run Trail. So here's when we make the sharp turn up this way. And the last bit of uphill probably on this hike. You know if you can hear that. That's a squirrel scolding me. Sometimes it sounds like some people think it sounds like a baby crying or different sounds, but it's a gray squirrel. I'm just sitting here taking a break after doing this little uphill section, but he's upset at me. I think I startled him. Alright, yeah, just having some water, taking a little break, and then probably not too far up here we have a view. I'll check the map in a moment. Looks like that viewpoint might be coming up here. I kind of see through the trees up there. Looks like we gotta go a little bit more yet. Alright, so I see a bench over here. So are they calling this the viewpoint? Yeah. Bench looks pretty old, so maybe there was a viewpoint years ago. Alright, well, we'll move on. Oops, I tripped over a stick. I think that's the one they're talking about. I'm not sure why they put a bench there. But anyway, let's do a second one up here. We'll see how that one is. That's the way it is sometimes at these state parks with their maps. Sometimes their maps are not updated or the viewpoint hasn't been updated. Not really worrying about the rain anymore. The sun keeps coming and going. Just looks like, I guess there was just one big cloud there for a while. It looked a little darkish. But I still, when I left Cook Forest State Park, I should have put the rain fly over my tent, just in case. Thought just a good idea. Then you don't have to worry about it at all. You know it's okay. It's something to remember. And not a whole lot of wildlife, just some squirrels and chipmunks. But you should recognize these. These are those May apples, because they're done blooming long ago in May. And I'm trying to look, see if any of the apples are here. The fruit that they produce. Oh, here it is. Here's the May apple. It's a pretty tiny one though. Supposedly they are edible. They gotta be just perfectly ripe, or they're actually poisonous yet. I've tried them twice, and both times I had to spit it out. It's just extremely bitter, so they probably weren't ready yet. I guess you can make jelly out of them and stuff. I had a friend that was gonna do that for me once, but then she died. Died of an aneurysm actually, but so I never got my Mayapple jelly. Alright, so far this has been a rather pleasant hike. Just a little bit uphill, but the trail, like up here, just relatively flat and open like this. Like I said, I think this used to be some kind of an old road up here, but makes for a nice hike. Of course, not too far up ahead, we're going to head downhill towards the Clarion River and hike back along that, back towards that campground. Not sure about that other view. The map shows like another trail branching off. I haven't seen that yet. Of course, it could be just up ahead yet. Alright, but yeah. Like I said, quite pleasant up here. We got a beautiful section with all the ferns here growing on either side of the trail. The trail is starting to go down. Got another rhododendron tunnel here. Let's see if there's what's back here. drops off here. Okay, I feel like this is the second viewpoint. The trail just ends here. Alright. Once again, there's really no more viewpoint. Alright, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so this isn't the main trail anymore. There was a trail junction up there, it wasn't labeled, but the yellow blazes I'm following brought you down here. So this was supposed to be the second viewpoint, which is not a viewpoint anymore either. So I gotta backtrack and get to that main trail and keep going. Yeah, so that was a bit of a disappointment that they kind of directed you down this way to no view. I mean, maybe in the wintertime when there's no leaves on the trees, you get a bit of a view. The trail we've been following so far has been a yellow blazed trail. So that's why I chose to come down this way. Well, I would have anyway just to see if there was a viewpoint, but I feel like that they, almost like they deliberately direct you down this way and there's nothing there to see. Yeah, so right out here is that trail junction. You can see the yellow blazes here, but there's a bench here. So we came from this direction here. This is where we came from. There's some faint yellow blazes on the trail up there. So if I turn you around, nice bench, but you come up here, you see a trail going up that way, but the yellow blazes take you down this way to kind of nothing, to be honest. Like I said, unless in the winter time you might get a nice view there, but not in the summertime. Alright, so we go this way. There's a yellow blaze up here though too, okay. They should maybe have a sign there that says scenic view, you know, one way or something like that, so you know it's not the actual trail, then that it just dead ends. Here's another mushroom. I forget if I showed a mushroom already in this video or not. Yeah, this is a rusula. I believe this is a red-capped rusula because it has a red cap. Usually it's a pure white stalk. Or it might be what's called the emetic rusula. You know, one of them has like, this one has a clear white stalk, but the one has like red speckles in the stalk too. I think that's what this is, the emetic. Alright. Not edible though. Going through one of these rhododendron tunnels. That's what's growing on either side of us. And we're definitely headed downhill now towards the river. Alright, got our trail junction, the Tobacco Trail. We're going to keep going this way though. This is a pretty long trail. I think this takes you all the way back to Cook Forest State Park too. But we'll stay this way. This is also the Tobacco Trail / Tadler Run Trail, I believe. So we're getting close to the river then. Hopefully we get some views of the river as we walk back. See what time it is. Yeah, almost 2:30. So we started this about 1 o'clock, I think, or roughly. So probably at least 2 hours till we get back. 2 hours total. And down here on the trail I want to show you, I get people send me pictures of these sometimes. This is a gull. Probably just called an oak gull. It's actually it's made from a parasitic insect. I think they lay their eggs in the twigs of the trees. Those are the exit holes, and that part swells up and it lives inside of there. And they fall down. They look kind of like fruit sometimes, but it's not, it's a gull. Right. Yeah, so just a beautiful stretch of trail going downhill now. Reminds me of another part of the Lord of the Rings series. I know in the movies, I'm not sure if it was in the book, but in the movies, Treebeard, one of the Ents, basically like walking trees. If you didn't never read Lord of the Rings, but I like the Ents. And Treebeard was the oldest of all of them. I think he was with some of the hobbits, Merry and Pippin. And he was taking them somewhere, and they're going downhill. And he remarked how he loved going downhill. It felt like he was going home or something like that. So I feel like Treebeard right now. Not going home, but we're headed back to the Jeep. Although it's a beautiful trail though. All right, we've made it down to the section along the river there. Now you can see it down there through the trees. So maybe, I don't know, it'd be cool if there's some spots up ahead that we can be right next to it. We take a little break down here, right by the river. We shall see. Now I'm being scolded by a crow. Hey, stop now. Right, nobody wants me out here. Squirrels and crows. And the chipmunks were scolding me too. Of course the crow has stopped, so I feel accepted now. All we need now is a bear to come running down through here. He can keep running that way at least, not towards us. Well, I thought my uphills were done for this hike, but they're not. Yeah, they were doing a little bit of a trail work down this way, but there are several steep sections up here, back the way we came, but we're up from the river again. It's way down there somewhere, so I don't think we're getting not going to get any nice little spot along the river to sit along. It doesn't look like it. Alright, hopefully those uphills are over. We shouldn't be too far from the campground road. Still making our way down that trail, but found another mushroom. Couldn't miss this one. This is a chicken mushroom. Sulfur chicken. They get that bright color to them. They are actually edible. They do not have gills on the bottom, just pores. But there are poisonous lookalikes, so gotta be careful about that. Well, a little while back I suggested that we were not too far from the campground. Well, I was wrong about that. This trail just goes on forever. Definitely enjoyed the upper part of the trail more, I think. It was just nice and flat. This section down here just keeps going up and down, up and down. I thought this section would be a lot easier just by looking at the map, but you know, you can't always tell sometimes. But I'm hiked out though. Did a lot of hiking already today, so looking forward to. It's a nice, beautiful day, beautiful hike, but I'm looking forward to this one being done too. Though. Right now we're getting close. I do see part of the campground down there. I think that's called the campground for the people canoeing on the river. So we're close. Ah, here we are, down by the river. Let's see what time it is. That was a pretty long hike. Yep, 3 o'clock, so 2-hour hike. I mean, not terribly long, but like I said, I already hiked a number of other trails today. So I was already a little tired when I started this one. But I need to find a place to sit for a little bit. Yep, there's the other campground. We need to walk up that way to where it parked, but I'm going to find a spot to relax for a bit first. Maybe up here in the shade. Yeah, a beautiful spot in the shade here under this tree. Just to sit down by the river out there. There's a nice shot of it up that way. Yeah, like I said, pretty nice campground. I mean, if you camp down here, you're camping like right along the river. Anyway, I'm just gonna chill out here for a little bit, cool off, down another bottle of water before we head back. But that'll probably be it for this video. I'll probably chill out here for just a little bit longer. It's kind of a nice place to rest. Not sure what I'm gonna do next. I mean, I gotta make my way back to Cook Forest State Park. Probably head back to my campsite initially, decide from there. Maybe we'll do a shorter hike yet, just relax a little bit here and back at camp. You know, it doesn't get dark till later anyway. It's only a little bit after 3, so We got time. Alright. That's where we decide later. Alright. As always, thanks for coming along with me on another video. We made it to State Park number 94. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.